going on YouTube. Just gonna make a quick video, more of an overview of everything that I've done to my 2000 Volkswagen Passat, and I'm gonna turn the camera over so you guys can see what's going on. So this is my B5 Passat. I've owned it for a little under 4 years now. The hood was getting rusted out, so we just kind of did a shit ass paint job just to kind of keep it from rusting out even more. These wheels, it's the stock rims, but they were painted by the previous owner. I'm pretty sure they're plasti dipped. Just never bothered to mess around with any of that. It's got a Mark IV, pretty sure it's like or Mark V shift boot that was modified to fit in this V5 Passat, which is technically it's like a Mark IV, but as well just had some eBay shift knobs that had it on there for years. And popped the hood. It came with the pedal covers, and then just some eBay sorry about that, boost gauge with it was a dual pod holder that I had cut down just to a single pod holder, and just kind of bolted it in there to the foot screw in there to hold it up into the A-pillar. But we'll go into showing you what's under the hood. So right off the bat, obviously, we got a hot air intake. Let's just fucking piss off the internet with that. It has a Forge 007, so it's a diverter slash blow off valve. The purpose of the zip ties is to give a different sound, and once you dial it in properly, it does sound different than just your standard blow off valve, but you do have to dial it in, and really it just kind of comes down to what's gonna work, what has to work. I mean, I had messed around with this thing. I never counted. I gone back and forth. I just didn't count, so I can't really give you a reference, and I apologize for that. But it has like I said, the Forge 007 diverter valve. I just had some spare, tubing and shit like that. So, obviously the hot air intake, the Forge 007 diverter valve that goes into the pancake valve right there for the PCV system. It has a eBay manual boost controller, Audi R8 coil packs with the Euro tuning, coil pack adapters. All this has the corrugated tubing to protect the wires, because all those wires were bare when I had first got the car about 3 or 4 years ago. So obviously the manual boost controller runs into a line, and I had recently replaced that hose because it was shot to shit. That goes up into the manifold. The hose for the manual boost controller tees off, and it runs up through there over top of the ECU cover, or basically the housing for it, and the rain cover and everything like that. And then I have a eBay intercooler kit. So the intercooler piping came off eBay, and so did the intercooler. It's a CX Racing intercooler. And then I had gouged out the front bumper to mount the intercooler, and then that plate has been mounted to the side. Since I've had the car, I've always mounted it there because someone gouged out these holes when I first had it, trying to mount it, remount it, whatever it be. But these screws had come off of, these are just some screws off of a CBR 250R. But if anybody's wondering what the measurements are, so off the turbo, off the turbo it's 2 inches. You're gonna need a 2-inch coupler. Off the hot side of the turbo, you need a 2-inch coupler. And for the intercooler, so it's 2-inch piping going to 2.5-inch inlet, so I needed to get reducer couplers for basically what I had done, because I bought an intercooler piping kit, and then I bought a separate intercooler and had done the measurements. I don't remember what the measurements were, but I can put them in the description later on. So it goes from 2-inch off of the turbo, and it's a 2-inch intercooler, or 2-inch intercooler piping, to a 2.5-inch intercooler inlet, and then out. So 2.5-inch, 2-inch, which is what this piping is right here. And then we had to drill out the hole for the map sensor, and then from here it's a 2-inch to a 2.75, so 2 3/4 inch, to adapt to the throttle body. So this car runs pretty good. It's got 253,000 miles on it, and I'm pushing about 15 pounds of boost. And it'll peak at 15 pounds, but it'll hold 10 all day, which is kind of right where I want it, and with the manual boost controller. And this car buggies. I will post a video pretty soon of it doing some pulls, and I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. So like and subscribe. Thanks.